The sun blazed over Bakersfield, California, its glare bouncing off the concrete, wrapping the world in a shimmering haze. It was a Saturday where the heat stuck to your skin, and the sounds of summer, basketballs thumping, kids laughing, sneakers screeching on asphalt, filled the neighborhood park. 12-year-old Noah Jackson wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. He'd spent the afternoon with his best friend Malik, sharing a bag of gummy worms and trying to conquer level 10 of a mobile game they loved. Now he was walking home, his small backpack bouncing against his shoulder, his mind split between Malik's awful jump shot and how many weeks of allowance he'd need for the new video game he wanted. Noah wasn't a kid who drew attention. He didn't talk loud or act out. He kept to himself, stuck to the sidewalk, and moved through the world as his dad taught him. Head up, shoulders back, walk like you belong. And Noah believed he did, until a police cruiser slowed beside him. His tires crunched gravel as it stopped. "Hey, you!" A voice called from the driver's window, too casual to be friendly. Noah turned to see Officer Derek Hansen eyeing him like a piece of litter on his lawn. The cop's sunglasses sat low, his lip curled into a half-smirk. "What are you up to?" Hansen asked. Noah froze, not because he'd done anything wrong, but because his father, James Jackson, had drilled into him what to do in moments like this since he could memorize a phone number. "Stay calm. Be polite. Hands visible." "I'm just walking home, sir," Noah said, forcing a smile despite the knot in his stomach. "From the park," Hansen pressed. "Yes, sir. Got ID?" Noah hesitated. He didn't know any kid who carried ID to the park. "No, sir. I live just down the block. My dad's home if you need." Hansen stepped out of the cruiser, hand hovering near his belt. "What's your dad do, huh?" Noah paused for a second, then answered, pride slipping into his voice despite the tension. "He's in Special Forces. Army." And just like that, Hansen laughed, loud, harsh, enough to make two girls passing by glance over. It wasn't a kind laugh. It was mocking. "Special Forces?" Hansen repeated, like Noah had claimed his dad was a superhero. "Kid, you watch too many movies." Noah clenched his jaw. He saw it in Hansen's face. The truth didn't matter. No story about the medals on their mantle, the months-long deployments, or the time his dad taught him to stay calm under pressure would change this man's mind. He'd decided the moment he saw Noah. Hansen stepped closer, looming. "What's next, kid? Gonna tell me your mom's a Green Beret?" Noah swallowed, fists balled in his pockets. "Where's this Special Forces dad of yours now?" Hansen asked, sarcasm dripping. "At home," Noah muttered, eyes down. "A few blocks over." Hansen turned to his partner, Officer Ryan Tate, who leaned against the cruiser, arms crossed, silent. "You hear that, Tate? We got a little Rambo here." Tate gave a thin smirk but didn't laugh. Noah's fingers found the phone in his pocket. Before he could overthink it, he pulled it out, hands trembling slightly. "I can call him," he said, steadying his voice. "He'll come." Hansen snorted. "Yeah, sure. Let's meet this superhero dad." As Noah tried to unlock the phone, his sweaty hand slipped. The phone hit the sidewalk with a crack that echoed like something breaking inside him. He bent down, picked it up carefully as if it were fragile. Despite the shattered screen, it still worked. He tapped his father's name. It rang twice. "Noah," came a voice, calm, steady, familiar. "You good, son?" "I'm at the park," Noah said quickly, voice cracking. "They don't want to talk to you." He glanced at Hansen, still smirking. "Oh, we're doing this?" Hansen laughed. "All right, let's meet the legend." Noah held out the phone. Hansen waved it off, turning his back like it was a joke. "Tell him yourself when he gets here," he said. Noah stood, phone pressed to his ear. "I'm coming," James Jackson said. "Don't move." Noah couldn't. Minutes dragged like hours. Hansen leaned against the cruiser, chatting with Tate as if Noah wasn't 20 feet away, holding himself together. "Kid probably doesn't even have a dad," Hansen muttered. But then the air shifted. No screeching tires, no dramatic flare. Just the quiet hum of a black Chevy Tahoe rolling to a stop with precision. The door opened, and out stepped a man who made the world shrink. James Jackson wore no uniform. He didn't need one. A plain gray t-shirt, jeans, and a posture honed in places most wouldn't survive. He didn't rush or dawdle. He moved with purpose, steps silent but firm. Tate straightened instantly. Derek, he said. Hansen turned lazily, then froze. James Jackson locked eyes with him. No anger, no shouting, just stillness. Is there a reason my son's being detained? He asked, voice even. Hansen cleared his throat. Sir, we got a call about suspicious activity. Routine check. James didn't blink. You got a call about a 12-year-old walking home from the park? The silence spoke volumes. Name? James asked. Hansen hesitated. Officer Derek Hansen, Bakersfield, PD. James nodded once, controlled. Well, Officer Hansen, you're about 2 minutes from a very different conversation. Sir, there's no need for threats. I'm not threatening, James cut in. I'm educating. He pulled out his wallet. Inside wasn't a driver's license or credit card, but a laminated badge, small but weighty. Master Sergeant James Jackson, United States Army Special Forces, clearance classified. Tate paled. You don't get to make my son feel like a criminal, James said quietly. Not for telling the truth. Not because your ego needs feeding. Hansen opened his mouth, then closed it. No jokes now. James extended a hand to Noah. Come here, son. Noah ran to him, no hesitation. James rested a steady hand on his shoulder. I suggest you get better at spotting real threats from the ones you invent, he told Hansen, guiding Noah to the Tahoe. But Hansen couldn't resist. Not everyone's impressed by a uniform, he called. James paused, not turning fully. You think this is about uniforms? It's about a grown man thinking it's funny to humiliate a kid for telling the truth. He glanced back, just enough for his face to show. My son's 12. He knows what respect looks like, and when it's missing. Tate, to his credit, spoke up. Derek, let it go. It wasn't a suggestion. James opened the door for Noah. They got in, no theatrics, no parting shots, just a quiet exit. The drive home was silent at first. You did everything right, James said eventually. Didn't feel like it, Noah mumbled. That's because doing right doesn't always change how wrong others act, James said. There'll always be people who doubt you, laugh at you, try to make you small. But you don't shrink. You don't lie. You stand. And Noah did. From that day, Officer Derek Hansen didn't. By Monday, a video of the incident, recorded by 2 parkgoers, spread online, reaching the Bakersfield PD captain's desk. An official complaint was filed. Hansen was suspended pending a full investigation. Tate received a written reprimand. That night, Noah sat with his father over ice cream, quieter but lighter. You don't have to shout to be heard, James told him. Sometimes, standing your ground is enough. Noah nodded, knowing it was true. He'd seen it with his own eyes. The aftermath reshaped Bakersfield's perspective. The viral video sparked community outrage, with protests outside Bakersfield PD demanding accountability. By week's end, Hansen's suspension became a termination after Internal Affairs confirmed a pattern of biased stops targeting minority youth. Tate, reprimanded but retained, enrolled in mandatory bias training, his demeanor noticeably humbler on patrols. James Jackson didn't seek the spotlight but became a local hero. He spoke at a community forum, not about the incident, but about teaching kids resilience. Our children shouldn't have to prove their worth to walk home, but when they do, let's make sure they know how to stand tall. Noah, inspired, started a school club with Malik to teach peers how to handle police encounters calmly, using his father's lessons. The club gained traction, with Bakersfield PD officers volunteering to build trust. A month later, the department issued a public apology to the Jackson family, announcing new policies. Body cameras mandatory for all officers, quarterly bias training, and a youth liaison program. Noah received a commendation for his composure, presented by the police chief at a city council meeting. He accepted it quietly, standing beside James, whose steady presence said more than words. Bakersfield began to heal. Parkgoers greeted Noah with smiles, some calling him the kid who stood up. James framed the cracked phone as a reminder of Noah's courage, placing it beside his medals. At the park, Noah and Malik still played basketball, but now with a new ritual. Before heading home, Noah would pause, head up, shoulders back, walking like he belonged because he did. One evening, as the sun set over Bakersfield, James and Noah sat on their porch, ice cream in hand. "Think it'll happen again?" Noah asked. James looked at him, proud. "Maybe, but you'll be ready, and I'll always show up." Noah smiled, the weight of that day lighter now. The laughter that once mocked him had faded, replaced by a community learning respect. Hanson's scorn had sparked a reckoning, proving that truth, backed by courage, doesn't need a uniform to triumph. In Bakersfield, Noah Jackson walked taller, his father's lessons etched in every step, a legacy of standing firm against doubt.